Hello, Snack Pack. Welcome back to Travel Snacks, or if this is your first time, welcome to the channel. I'm Allison Sharp, and stay hydrated. Okay, that's all. Bye. No, I'm just kidding. Welcome. Travel Snacks is all about traveling, eating good food, using your resources, being kind to one another, and the motto is bringing people together one snack at a time, or GOAL, which stands for Get Out and Live. And let's see. I'm currently in Bozeman, Montana. Let me put my glasses on. But before I do that, I just got these. I thought these were a scam, but apparently they are not a scam. But they're lens wipes that I just got at the Walmart. They were like 50 for, I don't know how much. Are there AirPods on? They were like 50 for, I don't know how much, not very expensive. And these things actually work. So they're actually wet, but they're not like so wet that it's just going to like leave streaks. This is not sponsored, but for those of you that have glasses that constantly get streaked up, they're like the wet wipes that you have at, like, you know, when you eat barbecue ribs or whatever. But because they're not like super wet, it's like alcohol or something, it like dries really quickly. I need to find, ow. Can you guys hear me okay? Because these ear pods I don't know if they're working or not working. Let's see. It doesn't seem like they're working. So after I clean my glasses, I'm gonna find out what I did with my iPod thing. Hold, please. Where did I put them? Okay. Whoa. Now. And now are they connected? Maybe they are. I don't know. Can you guys still hear me? Okay. Let me scroll back and have a proper hello to you guys. Hello, Grant is in the house, and Robbie. There's our two moderators, and they do a great job. So if there's any questions that I miss, certainly they can answer them for you. If you get a little crazy in the chat, they might put you in a timeout or ban you altogether. So let's keep it friendly and clean. Hey, Fire, it is not hot here. It's actually raining today a lot. Hey, CN and Steven, DeAndre, I'm doing great. How are you? Hey, Kat, car troubles are the worst. Oh, Grant, you've used those wipes before. Yep, they work pretty good. Like, they're not like the end all be all, but they're pretty good from what I was using before, which is those like cloth ones. They don't work as well. Whoa. Hey, Alberta Schoolie Adventures from Canada. Hey, Don from Charlie's Angel. Hey, Reverend RV. Hey, HDJ. Yes, fire, it is raining. It's been on and off all day. Hey, Mariel from Nebraska. I love Nebraska. Hey, Travel Fun. Yes, from New York. Awesome. Hey, Erlene. Hey, Tracy. Okay, so you guys can hear me. Hopefully you guys can still hear me even after I put in my ear pods, but on my end, it's like not. It's not, doesn't sound connected, but whatever. Hey, Win Petaway. Hey, DJ Allen. Hey, Linda. Hey, Rebecca's in the house. Hey, Sammy. Hey, Hot Tiger. Awesome. Oh, Lucadia. Hey, DJS from Lucadia. Love that place. Hey, Isis1. Hey, Adrian. Hey, Rachel Luna's in the house. Also, if you're not following Rachel, go to her channel, Girl Confident, Rachel Luna. Hey, Jeff. And okay, you guys can still hear me. It's weird because it's like doesn't feel like connected in my ear, but as long as you guys can hear me. Okay, so Tracy says that everything's coming in loud and clear. All right, so yeah, so basically I was in Cody, Wyoming for also thank you for being here on a Monday night. I was in Cody, Wyoming for I don't know, a week and a half. And I was there with my friend Adriana, who's also with me, but she's parked somewhere else right now. And my parents came through. We were going to go to Yellowstone, but as you guys probably know, Yellowstone is shut down. So we didn't ever get to go to Yellowstone. I believe Yellowstone, is that a new national park? No. Uh, from what I hear from the website from nps.org, which is nationalparkservice.org, Yellowstone should be opening on this coming Wednesday, but they're going to be doing a alternating license plate system, which I don't really know how that works. But definitely, if you are thinking about going to Yellowstone, you should check up on that because I think it's going to be a madhouse. I decided that I wasn't going to wait around for that because I think once they open, it's going to be just lots of people because you have people that have been like having reservations inside the park and been evacuated out. It's going to be a whole thing. So I prayed about it. I just decided I was not over it, but over it. I was like, okay, I've seen some beauty. It's great. I've seen some bears. And so I decided to leave Cody, Wyoming. And the next kind of place that I wanted to check out was Bozeman, Montana, which is about a 3 hours drive from there. So we took off. I think it was, oh man, what day are we on? I always lose track of the days. Oh man, let's see. I could tell you in just a hot second. Friday. Okay, so Friday, we were driving. It was probably sometime in the like late afternoon. So what I had planned to do was drive. Like, have you guys ever heard of the the website called Meetways? So Meetways, you could just go to this app. I don't even know if it's an app, but it's a website, meetways.com, I think. And you can put in two destinations, like where you're going, where you're from and where you're going, and it'll tell you the halfway point, and it'll ask you like where would you like to meet, like at a hotel, a grocery store, at a gas station. So you just put in a destination, like what type of destination, and it'll tell you the halfway point. So because I left later in the afternoon, I didn't know if I wanted to drive the 3 hours to Bozeman. So I just put in Meetways where it would be halfway, and it was somewhere in Columbus, Montana, or Laurel, Montana. And so I was like, okay, I looked up some boondocking spots in that area, and I was like, okay, well, we'll just drive like an hour and a half, and then we'll stop there for the night and just sleep there, and then drive the other hour and a half the next day. So we kind of got to that area, and Adriana, my friend, was following me. So we got to the area and she was like, let's just go the whole way. It was just like, it was still light out, so it wasn't that bad. And so I was like, yeah, that's fine. We could just drive the other hour and a half because it wasn't like the worst. But I don't know. I wasn't like really 100% prepared to drive 3 hours, when you have to kind of mentally prepare yourself for like a longer drive. But the town, Columbus and Laurel area, was smaller. So it wasn't like very robust and stuff like that. So we decided to keep driving on. Now, that day was like, I think it was like a 95 degrees day. It was very hot. And even when we pulled over to discuss if we're going to go further, it was like really hot. So, we got back on the road. And then I think we were only driving for, I got to think about this. We were driving for about a few minutes. It wasn't even that long. A few minutes into that drive when we were going to keep going, my van, I had it on cruise control. I was cruising and I wasn't even going like the full speed limit. I think I was doing like 70, but the speed limit was 80. But all of a sudden, my van just decelerates on its own. Like, just decides it's over it and it's done and it's just over. It's done. Now, for those of you that have been watching Travels Next for a while, you will recall that about 1 year ago, almost exactly, almost exactly, last July, this exact same thing happened to my van. I was on cruise control. It was a hot day, and I was driving back to California from Texas, and in New Mexico, my van just decelerated. It just gets to the point where I'm pushing the gas and nothing's happening. It's just like coming to like, and the gas doesn't work. And when I press the brake, it's like almost like a harder press, like it's resisting a little bit. So it's a very odd and unsettling feeling because you can't go and you can almost like not stop. You can stop, but the, the brake is just like kind of resisting. So I don't know. I just was like, here we go again. This is terrible. So, well, I don't want to say this is terrible, but I just, you get that feeling because you just want to get somewhere. And I wasn't really like wanting to go the last hour and a half anyways. So I was like, oh my gosh. So I just put on my hazard lights and just like pulled over. Now, this was on the full highway. Now, it was like a two lanes, where it's like two lanes, and like a major divider. So it was two lanes, and there was a lot of big rigs going by. And like when they would drive by, it would like, sway the van because it's not a big corridor area. And we were kind of going like up a hill at that moment. So I felt very unsettled on the side of this road. And Adriana pulled behind me, and I was just like a little frazzled because I was just like, I don't know what to do because this happened before. And when it happened before, I was close enough to a hotel that I could pull off and just like go in the parking lot of a hotel and deal with it the next day. But where we were, we had just passed a rest stop, maybe like 5 miles previous or 10 miles previous. I'm just making some of the stuff up in terms of distance because I don't know exactly, but we had already passed a rest stop. So the next rest stop wasn't until 30 more minutes away. And there wasn't really anything. It's in Montana and it's just like kind of nowhere. So we just pulled over, and Adriana was like, do you want to come sit in my car or my van, for a while? And I said, no, I don't. I want to like get back on the road because I don't want to be parked on the side of this road because it's very scary to have big rigs passing you. And it's like, it's very dangerous. Not just big rigs, but cars. If people are not paying attention, if you think about people driving and if they're checking something on their phone or if they're, looking out the window or eating a Big Mac or whatever, they can just easily like kind of swerve closer to the side and just swipe you. And that's like a terrible thing. So I popped my hood of my van to just let it cool down. It wasn't smoking or it wasn't any hotter than like a normal engine heat where you would be driving. So basically, I was just like wanted to wait just a few minutes and then try again because what's the worst that's going to happen? I'm already on the side of the road and going uphill. So I just waited a few minutes and I was just like, that little like not panic, but just like that unsettling feeling, just like I want to get off of this road. Um, So I just waited about, I think, 10 minutes. And then I was like, hey, I'm ready to give it a try again. So we jumped back on the road. Now, okay, before this, um, I looked up on the GPS, where's like the next exit that had anything, like a gas station or a hotel or anything. And the only one was, I believe it was like 12 minutes away. So it still wasn't close. Like it wasn't like 1 or 2 minutes away. And it was like a RV park. And so I was like, okay, well, I told Adriana what we're going to do is I'll just try to drive the 12 minutes and then get off the exit and just go to this RV park and just park there and just wait it out. But when we drove by it, the exit, I didn't see anything. It was like kind of a farm. I was like, maybe it's like down further, and I didn't feel comfortable. And the van was driving, but it kept on its own, like like a AI robot on its own. It was like accelerating, decelerating, like it was like, you know, the feeling on an automatic car where you're driving and then you hit the next gear and it like juts forward a little bit. It was doing that. It was like, and I had to keep my foot on the gas. And if as soon as I like tried to like up, like just come up off of the gas a little bit, it would decelerate. Like it almost needed constant gas. But I didn't want to keep going faster and faster. I didn't want to get to like 100 miles an hour. So I'd have to let up off the gas. And as soon as I did, it would decelerate down. Now, on a side note, this is an issue that I took my van into the mechanic that my parents use in California before I left in March. And I think he did something, and I'd have to look at my receipts. But one of the things that was wrong with it was a fuel evap canister sensor thingy, which supposedly was fixed. And he didn't see any other problems with like, you know, fuel filter or whatever. I don't know all the things. So apparently it was nothing was really wrong. And so also this has not happened for a whole almost year. So it was crazy. So when I passed by that exit, I was like, I'm just gonna like keep going because the rest stop, there was an actual rest stop 30 minutes from where my van broke down. So we had already gone 12 minutes. So I knew the rest stop was maybe about 18 more minutes away. And I could deal with this like coming and going, you know, just like, just like going. And it was like just a weird feeling. But I decided in that moment that I was going to just not be upset about it. I'm just going to pray and just ask God to get me to this rest stop because I didn't want to be on the side of the road. And all of it was just like, you know, like a little edge of the road. And then you would just be by all the rushing cars. Because I'm really trying to not immediately go to a place of panic or this sucks or this is terrible or like why is this happening or like whatever. I usually try to stay in a positive mood, but when it's hot outside and you're like unsure of where you are, it does feel unsettling, but that unsettling feeling doesn't mean I have to be in a bad space mentally. So I just decided that I was not going to do that. And also what I did is when I left the spot where I broke down, I immediately turned off 100% my air conditioning. I did not use my cruise control. I guess that's it. I didn't have any other electrical things going. So I just shut those two things off so that my van wouldn't have to tax itself further. I mean, to keep the AC going, but it was hot. So I had to roll down my windows and it was super loud in here because it's already loud in my van when I drive. So it just kept going and like on and off, on and off, on and off. And so praise God, I finally did make it to the rest stop. Um, I don't know where I was, to be honest. It was an hour outside of Bozeman. So I don't really know what city that is, but it was kind of still in the middle of nowhere a little bit. Um, so we pulled off and I just popped my hood and just let it kind of air out or whatever. And the cool thing though is that I could come back here to my living quarters and turn on my max air fan to exhaust to pull out some of the heat. I have my little 8-inch fan that I use that I could just blow on me. And I have my cool breeze, zero breeze AC that I could use to just sit in this space and stay cool because my driving battery is not the same as my house battery. So the house battery was charged up so I could still stay cool back here while I let my van just calm down. So I just was like, okay, I guess we'll just wait here, for a while. So we waited 30 minutes and I knew we still had another hour to go. And so I just was like, we could either just stay here at this rest stop for the night, or we could try the hour, just driving for an hour to get to Bozeman. And I just waited 30 minutes and then I just felt like giving it a try again. I didn't really want to stay in the rest stop because I don't know, rest stops is not my favorite. Um, so I was really glad that I had Adriana following me just in case, anything happens. I did tell her she could go ahead because I didn't want her to be in danger either when we were on the side of the road. But she's like, no way, I'm not going to leave you. But I felt bad because I didn't want her to be on the side of the road either. So, anyways, we ended up leaving the rest stop, and then the van drove fine again. Like, I think it did that thing a couple more times, and then it just stopped doing it. Like, almost like it clicked into place. Like, I didn't put on my cruise control. I kept the AC off still, and it just like repaired itself. So to now today, so that was Friday. So okay, let me go with the story here. Let me go with the story. First, let me read some comments and then I'll go with the story because there's a couple more things I want to tell you about this that happened after that. Let's see. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. Alberta Schoolie Adventure. My Schoolie is still in the shop. Each time I get it back, it goes back in. Had it for 2 minutes today and literally turned back. I hate when that happens. I hate when that happens. Thank you, Dawn. I miss you guys too. Do I have in the wrong ears? No, I don't have in the wrong ears. Um, Allison, car troubles must be catching. I pulled my travel trailer all the way from Hampton, Virginia to Kewanee, Illinois, and after I got home, my transmission had to be rebuilt. Oh, Lewis. Geez, but yes, God bless. Yes. Tracy says the bison were amazing in that video. Oh, awesome. Yeah. Yellowstone sounds cool, says Fire. Yes, throw a like on this. Thank you. Thank you, Grant. Yes, day after Father's Day, so hopefully you guys all said Happy Father's Day to your dads. Um, hey, Barbara. Hey, Nancy. Yes, Robbie, that was a year ago that my van broke down. It was in July of last year. July of last year, my van broke down. Hey, Missy Light. Fire, I don't know what's wrong with my van. I really don't. Tracy, wow, a year already. I remember when Simon died the last time. Yes, I know, it's crazy. I don't think I need a new van. I think it's still good. Good. Thank you, Robbie, for posting that. Yes, if you'd like to donate to the snack fund, I wouldn't be mad at that. And thank you, Grant, for posting the links. I appreciate it. Hey, Amy. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Cheryl. How are you? Hey, Crystal. Hey, Marilyn. So when this happened a year ago, I I was still 9 hours away from California, so I drove all the way back to California with no cruise control on at all. And I guess I don't know if that's the issue, but I don't know. It's worked since then. Cheryl says it's such a tense feeling having to drive a vehicle that's having issues. Your insights to calm. Oops. Oh, hold on. It jumped. Your insight to calm yourself shows amazing control, my friend. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, Jeff. It could be vapor locking. Ooh, what's vapor locking? Sounds like cruise control doesn't like heat. Ooh, that could be. Loss of power and intermittent power is catalytic converter. I had problem. Interesting. Is it a California ban? It's a California thing. Maybe, maybe, maybe. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Nancy says it has been over 98 degrees in Texas in the last week or so. My apartment community has 4 swimming pools and AC unit in every single apartment. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Barbara. Marilyn says, replace my catalytic converter. Big money. Cat G says, thankfully you were not alone. Alone, you had your friend here. Yeah, exactly. Terry Reed, car troubles are the worst. Living in my little car with no AC. Looking forward to another week of 95 plus with high humidity. Staying close to sister's driveway. Yes, do that if you can. Glad your van is on. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, Daya, how are you? Hey, Kenny. I think it's the cruise control malfunction. It could be the cruise control. Oops. It could be the cruise control malfunctioning. I mean, that's what I took it in for when I was in California, and the mechanic couldn't find anything about that. How many people do you know that do the van life? Oh my gosh. Like personally, I would say just like a handful, but obviously through the channel, there's a lot of people, uh, that lives the van life. Uh, so that's a hard question to answer. Hey, Cameron. Thank you, Brenda. Uh, Allison, have you been to, is that Quay or Quay? I don't know where where that is. I don't know where that is. Um, Marilyn says it was a sensor in the catalytic converter. A mechanic can test it. Kismet, I was trying to find it. Oh, awesome, Cameron. Thank you for being here. Hold on, I'm getting a notification. Oh, Tammy. Tammy, thank you so much for the $50. Hope this helps, she says. Thank you so much. I appreciate that very, very much. Oh, you know what's wrong? My, hold on a second. I'm gonna give Tammy her shout out, but I think what's happening is my, ah, my phone was trying to connect to these iPods. Well, I guess that didn't do anything, but let's give Tammy a shout out. It's not even loud. Thank you so much, Tammy. I appreciate it very much. You have been a true blessing to this channel. I appreciate it so, so much. And that will be very helpful. Also, I received a PayPal notification from Terry Zaleski. Terry, I hope you're doing well. I hope your family's doing well. I appreciate you very much. We'll have to be in touch soon. Thank you very much. Let me give Terry a shout out. Terry has been part of the Travel Snacks for quite a while, and she is a great, wonderful person. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, and my girl Rachel Luna coming through with the $19.99, a little donation for the repair fund. Praying for you, friend. So glad you had a friend on the road. Thank you so much. Thank you so, 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 so much. Thank you, Rachel. I hope you're doing well. I'm praying for you. Lancaster. Oops, stay safe. Paul Lancaster from Philadelphia. Awesome. Don't know hype? Yes. Also, Robbie donated $20 on Saturday. So I'm giving Robbie a shout out anyways. Robbie really wanted me to go live on Saturday, and I didn't. But I did talk to Robbie on the phone for the first time, and it was awesome. So thank you, Robbie, for that. Cameron says, sorry to hear about your troubles. Do you carry an OBD2 scanner? I don't. I don't. I don't really know exactly what that is, but if that's the scanner where you can get the codes, um, I'm thinking about getting one of those. That's actually what Robbie had recommended getting that. But I did take it to AutoZone, not now, but like about a month ago. And they said, because my check engine light is on, but they said it's the evap canister, which I just got replaced or repaired in California in March. So I don't think that's it. So I don't know. Hey, Mark, how are you? I don't really know what's wrong with it. Hey, Jackie's in the house. Um, oops. Ah, oh. Uh, thanks, YouTube, for letting me know I'm live. Um, hey, Jackie, I hope you're doing good. Hey, Robert, the zero breeze did help, Robert, on a 95-degree day. It was definitely a help. Hey, Stephen. Hey Wanda, you almost in my neck of the woods. Yes, it could be a vapor locking, and it could be something to do with the electronic brain. If you come up closer to Glacier National Park, give me a shout out. Okay, cool. Yeah. I'm headed towards Idaho, so I think I might stop in Missoula, but I'm not sure. I don't know my 100% plan yet. Lost on land again. I just tuned in. What happened to your band? It broke down and it just decelerated. It just decelerated to a stop. Barbara, I wish I could donate. I think I am selling my home soon in Indiana, and God gave me the name Kwai. Kind of scary, but exciting. Maybe we could meet someday. Munch. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes. Long time OG Grant. Yes. Whoop whoop. Yes. It's when your vehicle doesn't rid the vapor properly. Happens with older vehicles. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Um, Yes, Robert, the Zero Breeze did work. If you're thinking about purchasing one, I know it is a big expense. Even when I bought it, I thought about it and prayed about it and saved for it. Um, Personally, I think it's worth it. It's not going to cool the whole situation down, but it cools me down, and it definitely is a difference from last year. So if you do, I do have a link in the description of that video I made about it. So if you, I think there might be a discount attached to it. So definitely choose, if you choose to get one, go to that link and I think you can get a discount. Um, it's so good to have you back on YouTube. Thanks for giving us an update. Thank you so much, Nancy. Um, hey, Dynasty Star. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We have such an amazing group here. Thank you for yes, thank you, Cheryl. We do. I've been praying for you guys a lot. This community has just like been so amazing, and every day it just gets better and better. Lost on Land says the scanners are less than $40. Get one. I'm definitely thinking about getting one. Hey Terry, how are you? Yes, I was very grateful that I had somebody with me this time, because when you break down and you're by yourself, it's an added stress because you just can't think straight, you know? Hey CJ, haven't caught you live in a while. I love your hair. Thank you. I have never been able to braid my hair very well. You look beautiful. Thank you. It was looking real rough earlier, so I just rebraided it. I need a shower, but there's no Planet Fitness here, so I'm gonna have to like probably wash my hair in my sink for the first time ever, and I'm not looking forward to that. So thank you. You never know with machines. I mean, that's a true, very factual statement. Um, Thank you, Terry. Yes, Adriana is a wonderful person, and thank you so much. Terry says, "So happy to join your stream. I wish I could donate cash. Only can only offer. Hey, I'll take all the thoughts and prayers. Yeah, that's amazing. I'll take it any day." So Ladybug, I'm not broken down on the side of the road. So let me continue on with the story. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you. Oh, Ojai, Barbara. Yes, I have been to Ojai. Yes, I have been to Ojai. Um, so okay, so we made it to the rest stop for 30 minutes. We drove the extra hour, and like I said, it didn't really have any issues. So we made it. We drove straight into a Walmart here in Bozeman. Now I want to give you this little story as well, because this is really interesting. We pulled into this Walmart, and some of you guys already know this, that I pretty much banned Walmarts. Like, I don't really like to park. I don't want to say banned, but I don't really love to park in Walmart parking lots, um, because that's the only couple times that I've had the knock on the door from security, and I just don't love it. But we roll into the Walmart, and it was like a little hectic feeling that I had just like from driving and just finally making it somewhere. So um, we pull in, and I am not kidding you. Like, one section of the parking lot was regular cars, and like right over here, there was like the most RVs, vans, trucks, cars, like nomads you've ever seen. I was like, is this like a campground? Because I thought it was like disconnected from Walmart. Like, this section looked like a campground. So we drove over there, and it's not a campground. It's part of Walmart. And there's signs everywhere that says no overnight parking, like on all the poles, all the light poles. And so I'm just like, that is so weird that this place is like stacked with like RVs, and some of the RVs was rough. Like almost Breaking Bad rough, not almost, but definitely Breaking Bad looking rough. Worse than that, like broken down. Some of the wheels were off of it. Some of the pop-up trailers were left without like the truck attached. So it was just a weird scene. It was just, but lots of also like sprinter vans and regular vans, people in cars with their shades up so you know they're living in there or like sleeping in there. It was really odd. Now, I didn't feel comfortable staying there because of the signs. So we went in and we asked the girl at the greeter, the Walmart greeter, and we said, "Hey, we noticed there's like a bunch of RV people, but your signs." She's like, "Yeah, no, it's not allowed." And my manager said that we need to tell people it's not allowed. And we have seen police officers patrolling the area at night, and telling people they can't stay here, but people keep doing it. And so, you know me, I'm not trying to pay no $50 ticket or $100 ticket or any kind of tickets. I don't want to waste money that way. So I was out. I was like, okay, I'm out. I'm not going to stay here because I don't want a ticket. And I don't like to waste money. So it's better for me to just like drive to another location. So Adriana needed some things inside of Walmart. I went back to my van to cook dinner. Um, and so I was just waiting in the van, and Adriana, I think she called me or texted me, but anyway, we got back together after she was done with her shopping. And she said that as she was coming out of the store, she saw a police officer roaming around the parking lot. And she walked over to the officer and asked him, "Hey, what's the deal? Like, are you guys ticketing people?" And he says no. And so basically what's happening is because Yellowstone is closed and has been closed, people are displaced. People that were in the park that had reservations were evacuated. Where are they going to go? I guess they could go to other campgrounds, but those campgrounds are full. Also, people that boondock, where are they going? I don't know. Nowhere. So now they're going to like anywhere that they can, Walmarts and places that you normally, I mean, people normally go to Walmarts, but there's just a ton of people. In Montana and Wyoming, it's like nomad central right now. I've seen the most in my nomad career. I've seen the most RVs, trucks, vans, pop-up tents that I've ever seen in my whole journey in Wyoming and Montana right now. And I think it's due to all the flooding, and people are just out, just all over the place. Now, I'd say 90% of the people in that parking lot, and in the parking lots that I've stayed at or places I've stayed at in Wyoming, these are true nomads. They're quiet. They don't litter. You could see them get up in the morning. I could peek out my shades and see people are like organizing things nicely, quiet, getting on their way, coming in late at night, leaving early. But then you have the people that are just like with food containers next to their car. Those people are ruining it. And you see it at this Walmart here in Bozeman. There was a car that had this like trash around it. You were seeing people like just like laughing and joking around and bringing out their lounge chairs and like almost to the point where they were going to bring out a grill. And I'm like, don't do that. That's a bad idea. Because they already don't want people overnighting there. So um, we ended up staying in the Walmart parking lot that night because it was already late and I was tired from all the driving. And since we kind of got confirmation from the officer that they're not ticketing people, we stayed. But I didn't love it because there were teenagers like roaming around at night, throwing a football across the parking lot at like 2 a.m., people walking their dogs at like 1 a.m. I'm like, bro. And then you'd hear trucks coming in and leaving their truck idling, which is, that I hate that sound of just like the engine just like overnight. It was just like I didn't get really that great of sleep. Um, so it wasn't great. I still don't love Walmart, but I felt safe there at least. It was just loud and it was just too many people. It was literally like a campground. So I don't know like how long people are going to be like out and about. Like I don't know if once Yellowstone opens, if people are going to go back into the park and start, filtering out of these cities. I would imagine so, but I don't think everyone's going to be able to get in. I don't know 100% about that. Um, and then let's see, was it last night? No, Saturday night. I found the lake, and there was no signs that didn't there was no signs that says no overnight parking. And actually that's where I'm at now. There's a lake, and it was like a full-on party up here. Saturday, it was like every person in the town was here with, you know, just like their stand-up paddle boards, just hanging around, and that's great. I think it's great family time. There's volleyball, there's people just out and about. But it was a Saturday. I found a nice parking spot, and it was packed here. And then people started filtering out, and so I just decided to just stay because on the iOverlander app, it lists this lake as a possible boondocking site. Uh, and on the app, it says that they can't confirm or deny, that this is okay to park here. But there was a few people that had parked here and left them like a review that says it's fine to park here. So Saturday night, I did park here overnight, but it was too loud again because this is like a gravel driveway. And so people were coming in and out all night on a Saturday night, and you could hear people driving over the gravel. And then there's a train nearby, like so super close, and it was the loudest train in America. Like it was tooting its horn, you know, throughout the night. I mean, it was the most loud. So I didn't get a good night's sleep that night. And then yesterday, or yeah, last night, um, I was going to stay back around this lake, but there was kind of a storm. And then Adriana said she wanted to go back to Walmart because she wanted to be close in case like it was like an actual storm and we had to go in somewhere. So I went back to Walmart, and it was definitely a better night's sleep, I think, because it was a Sunday night and I think a lot of people had left. Um, but I still didn't get like the best night's sleep. So today I just feel tired. And it's been rainy and gloomy. So I don't know. I'm just feeling kind of like that, just low energy situation. So ever since my van broke down, I feel like it's just been like chaos. So I really hope that tonight will be the night that I get a solid night's sleep. After this live stream, um, I'm gonna make some dinner. Oh, you guys would be so proud of me. Let's see, what day am I on? I think I've been 4 days where I haven't eaten out, and I've cooked every meal in my van. Okay, I gotta tell you a little side thing that's like, but I have purchased coffee outside. I bought coffee from Starbucks or from those little huts that you see on the side of the road, like not side of the road, but if you guys live in a town that has like a little drive-up hut that's like a coffee place, I bought a chai tea there today. Um, so that's the only thing that I've spent money on food wise. But I had made a decision that my fridge is pretty much full, and my two cubbies that has food is pretty much full of food that I've had for months that I've not eaten, canned goods. So I disciplined myself and I said, you know what? You need to write down everything that's in the bins in the fridge, and you need to go down and make a meal plan of all the things. You need to use up these things before you can buy other things. Because I had to get tough love on myself because I just kept looking in those bins and I'm like, oh, I don't want that. I don't want healthy food. I don't want that. And I was like, okay, you need to stop with that nonsense. So I made a list, and every day I've just eaten what I have in my van. So that's definitely saved me a lot of money. And because these gas prices, even in Montana, is like $5 a gallon. Um, so tonight is going to be something I showed in a previous video on the Trader Joe's thing, which I haven't eaten yet. It's like a salmon and rice frozen thing that I could just microwave. So that's on the menu for tonight. Um, and it's really pretty here. Actually, I can show you guys in a second. Trying to let I'm on my iPad, and I'm trying to let it charge up because when I went live, it was like at 5%. So I have it plugged in. So in a few minutes, I'll show you. It is raining on and off, but I can just kind of like pop the camera out and show you where I'm at because it is really pretty. And so far, it's pretty decent here. Hey, Butterfly Tracks. Hey, Michelle. I am okay. Thank you. Thank you. Nancy says, my daughter and her husband drove 27 hours from Rhode Island to Texas back in 2020. They were so tired from that. I bet that's too many hours of driving for me. I was wondering what all the Yellowstone peeps were going to do. I'm glad Wally World's being cool with it. I am too. I am too. I'm glad that they are like freeing up a little bit so that people can have somewhere to be. Because I don't know where everyone would go, you know. They're like they can't go to the park. That's like thousands of people, you know. Respectful is good, trashy is bad. Yes. Ragdoll, Libby, I was planning on going car camping in Montana and Yellowstone over 4th July 4th. But I'll wait till later this summer. Yeah, I mean, you can still go, but I would definitely check their website before you do, just to make sure. I think it's going to be a madhouse, but there's still a lot of places around Montana and Wyoming that you could still boondock and car camp. Like, I would say I'm still out here in Montana, and it's like I'm not having like a terrible time finding a place to sleep at night. Um, Even in Bozeman, like I've driven around here, and even some of the neighborhoods I would feel comfortable. There's a few industrial areas that I would feel comfortable parking. Some of the parks don't have signs posted that you can't park overnight. I think it's pretty chill here, so depending on what your situation is, I think you could still do it. Hey, Deb G's in house. Cheryl, you always have a place to park when you come through, my friend. Always. Thank you so much, Cheryl. Thank you. Rapture Ready. Oh, hey, Jania's in the house. How are you? Haven't seen you in a while. Kenneth, let's see. Kenneth says, what I love about you, Allison, is how much you appreciate even the beauty outside the park itself. You're so great to enjoy your plan B. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Robbie says, I had a salad yesterday and lost 12 to 15 pounds. That must have been a powerful salad. Jackie was going to recommend poutine in your ninja, a pack of gravy, hot water, some cheese curds. Well, oh, I need some poutine in my life. I I really want that. I maybe so I'm trying to stay on what I have in my van, but I'm gonna have to try to make some poutine in my van at some point because Grant told me he had poutine and then I was jealous and I wanted to have it. For those of you that don't know what's poutine, it's French fries with gravy and cheese curds on it. And you could put meat on it, I guess, but it's just so good. It's delicious. Um, Barbara says, I'm eating jelly beans and plain M&Ms. You are eating brain. Thank you. It's so I miss it a little bit. Um, Jackie said, dang, typing spelling not at my grade. Oh, that's okay. Hey, Steve. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lala's Lemon, how are you? Um, get a huckleberry shake in Bozeman. Ooh, where do I get that? I'm gonna look that up because that actually sounds refreshing. Hey, LL. Awesome, 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 awesome. What are cheese curds? Cheese curds are like little round curds. I don't know what they call them, like little round cheese nuggets, but like I don't know how to describe it. But look it up and you'll see the pictures of it. Um, yeah, it's just like white cheese and it's really good. So, let's see here. I'd say for anybody that wants to um, travel to this area, I don't think you should be discouraged, is what I'm saying. I think you should still do it. The mountain states are still open and free and beautiful. Like the drive is like besides breaking down, the drive some parts of that drive from Cody, Wyoming to Bozeman, Montana was like some of the most beautiful landscape I've ever seen. It was like rolling green hills. I mean, it was just like gorgeous, just so beautiful. And that's why I just didn't want to have a bad attitude because I was like, God is so impressive. Like I just can't even. It's just so amazing. Cheese curds are the most moist pieces of the curdled milk, either eaten alone or as a snack, or used in prepared dishes, chiefly found in Quebec. Delicious. It's not like cottage cheese. It's like cheese lumps. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like solid cheese lumps. I don't think we could get them in Aussie. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. There, there's like a little coffee shack on the main commercial road. Yes, 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 yes. I love gravy and chips though. Oh, yes, yes, yes. La La Lemon, thanks for the words. words in Columbus. Yes. Okay, awesome, awesome. Okay, so I'm at 62%, so I feel like I can unplug this thing. Um, let me show you guys around real quick, and then I want to test out this new thing that it's a new game. So load up a little thumbs up if you want to play some games because I found this new game and I think it'll be pretty fun. But I wanted to test it out just to see what you guys think. Chili cheese fries. Oh, chili cheese fries, Carolina or Carolina. That sounds so good right now. Now I want chili cheese fries. Oh man. Candace says, your attitude was well. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Oh, Frito pie is my favorite. I want that. Cheese lumps, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Games, games, games. All right, let me try to untether my situation here. Okay, so that's, oh, unplug this here, and show you guys where I'm at, and then we'll play this game. Don't look at my front area. It's a total mess. Well, hold on a second. Let me turn this camera around. Ah, and open this. I'm not gonna get down because I don't got my shoes on. Ah, it's cold. Oh my gosh. So this is a beautiful lake. And this is the parking area. And you see over there, that guy's got his full, let's see. You guys see that full tent over there? Like on top of his car? And then you have, some people back there there's probably people back there by the grass. But lots of people are parked here. So I think it's kind of okay as long as you don't make a problem. And then it's just really pretty. So yeah. Okay. Let me turn this thing back around and set myself up for this game. It's like a little bit cold in here, but I have like a bunch of blankets, so it's not that bad. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Don't be crazy now. Let's get it back together here. Okay. Where'd my phone go? Oh, here it is. All right. So there's this game. Where'd it go? I don't ever really download games, so now I forgot where I put it in my phone. Maybe I put it under, it's under social. So it's called, let's see. Let me read this real fast. Frito pie and cheese curds. Stop. I already had dinner and those sounds good. That actually sounds really like a great situation. Yes, this area is really beautiful. Yes, Lala's Lemon. Take that nice calming nap. I'm in Bozeman, Montana. Awesome, awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Very cool place to park, yes. As long as there's not like a bunch of traffic coming in and out, like I might stay here again tonight, but the train is nearby and it's loud. But there's another place, like a couple places nearby that I'm like, maybe I should just try to move away from the train, but I don't know. Jeff says, I have friends in Bozeman. Every time I go there, it's beautiful. Lots of gem and gold mines in that area. Maybe one day I'll share what I feel. Yes, that's cool. Also, there's a hot springs here, but they charge like, I don't know, I'm just making it up, like $15 to get in. And I'm like, probably not going to pay that. So, but there's also, I think it's a grizzly bear refuge, or I don't know what it's called, like a place, like a rehab place. And that one is $10 to get in, and I will pay for that. So I think me and Adriana is going to go do that in a couple days. I am waiting for an Amazon package to come on Wednesday, and then I think I'll be ready to go up to maybe Missoula by then. And Missoula, I think, is another 3-hour drive. So I guess I'll see with the van. Oh, before we go to the games, this is what I was going to tell you. Duh. So I called my dad to tell him I broke down because I always just do that because my dad is awesome. Um, and he recommended getting this. Do you guys know about this? Oops, where's the camera? It's called Seafoam Auto Marine Fleet. It's a motor treatment, and apparently it says for gas and diesel engines to help clean injectors, clean carb jets. Carb jets? Was that carburetor? Stabilize fuels, control moisture in fuels, quiet noisy lifters. I don't know what's a lifter. Clean deposits, add lubricity. Lubricity? I never heard that word. Lubricity to fuel, lube upper cylinders, and de-ice and anti-gel. Use in gas ethanol blends, diesel, or biodiesel. So I got a bottle of this. It was like $8, a little over $8 at Walmart today, this morning, and I haven't put it in because it's been raining all day. But apparently, you put like a cap full per gallon. So I got to figure that out. I got to make sure I do it right because I just scan the can just to see how to do it. So I haven't really like read up on it. But supposedly, this is supposed to be like really, really great for your vehicle. So I don't know. Have you guys ever used it? And if you have, put a comment. Uh, I don't know. I'm gonna give it a try because who knows? Hey, Yaya. Yeah, the hot springs are pricey. There's a over the areas, like I think especially in Idaho, there's a lot of free hot springs, so I'm gonna like wait on those. Um, yes, Christopher, I'm excited to see the grizzly bears. I asked Adriana, I'm like, do you think I could pet it or like hang out with it? She's like, no, it's still a wild animal. You can't do that. I was like, oh, I'm gonna try still, but I'll follow the rules. But I mean, I would like to pet a bear. I'd like to tell people that's like a cool like thing you could talk about at parties. I was like, oh, did you guys know I pet a bear, a grizzly bear? I shook its hand. I shook its paw. That's what I'm gonna try to do, but I'll let you guys know. If I come to the live stream next time and I don't have a hand, you'll know why, but I hope it doesn't happen. Oh, you have to change the oil. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. I'm forgetting a lot of things. But so we got here on Friday and Saturday morning, first thing that they opened, I went and got an oil change on the van because I was a little neglectful in like getting it on time. So I immediately got an oil change and they didn't see anything wrong. Although when I went there, it was like 15-year-olds were working there. I was very surprised. It looked very young. But they didn't see anything wrong. So they just changed the oil. So now I already got an oil change. So now you're saying that I don't know if I could put this thing in. So I don't really know. I'm gonna have to read up on this. Um, don't use seafood at all. Yeah, I hope I won't put seafood in my gas tank. Um, it makes it smoke like crazy while it cleans. Make sure you watch YouTube. Okay, I'll definitely watch that now. Lubricity, yes. Not that brand, but yes, absolutely. Oh, shoot. That's some good stuff for your vehicle, lawnmowers, generators. I will go see bears when I go to Bozeman again. Yes. Let's start a van church. We could meet up different places. We could do potlucks. I like that idea. That's a good Scrabble word. That is a good Scrabble word, Carolina. Allison, checked with John who suggests having the oxygen sensor checked right away, which is inexpensive. Okay. maybe I'll try to figure out how to do that and find somebody along the way. Lots of hot springs in Nevada, some are free. Yes. Let's see. If it's a legitimate sanctuary, they will not allow human contact. I think that's probably what it is. I don't think they do allow contact. I just made that up because I actually want to, but I don't think they're going to let me. If it's oxygen sensor, you don't get it fixed. It could ruin your catalytic converter, which could be major. Oh, dang. Some seafoam goes into the engine differently. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I do like Barbara's idea for van church. I think that's an amazing idea. I'm gonna think that through in my head. Okay, so this game is called, hold on, I lost it again. It's called Will You Press the Button? And it's this weird looking website, and it's almost similar to a Would You Rather. AutoZone will run a scanner on your vehicle to see what's wrong for free. Yes, Gavin, I've had them do that like a month ago, and they said it was the evap canister, but I just got that fixed before I left California. So I don't know. Maybe they can find a second code. So I might still run up into AutoZone. Excuse me. So this is called Will You Press the Button? And it says like two different things, and I'm just going to read it. I don't know what it's going to say. So we're all going to be learning this for the first time, and we're all going to play it all together. And then you just push yes or no, and that's it. It's called Will You Press the Button? So they want to see like if you. I don't know if there's like you should hit yes more often. I don't know. I don't know where's the rules, or I don't know. It's like very basic. All right, so we're just going to read this together, okay? All right. So here's the first one. I hope this is like not anything like bad because I'm just reading it for the first time. Probably should have like researched this a little bit. Anyways, here we go. It says, "Will you press the button? You meet a handsome alien." I guess you could think of this if you're a man, you could say a beautiful alien. Anyways, you meet a handsome or beautiful alien who takes you traveling through all of time and space. But after 2 years of travel, you get trapped in a parallel universe with no way back. Will you press the button? Yes or no? That's weird. I'm pretty sure that Jeff had meant to say, oops, don't use seafoam, but spell check. Oh, Fireman Larry, thank you. I'm going to have to research it again. I just bought it today, but I kept the receipt. So if I need to take it back, I can. Thank you, Robbie. Yes. Put Y for yes or N for no, or you could spell it out. It's up to you. Carolina, thumbs ready at the keyboard. Gavin, go again and see if they find anything. If not, then we can explore. Okay, I will go to AutoZone. I'll find one. Yes, I used Seafoam on my 2008 Stratus. It does a good job of cleaning. I'll be careful with the bears. Stay beautiful and flexible. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Do you keep any pepper spray or anything? Yes, I do have pepper spray, and I have a knife, and I have a few more other things. Yes. Okay, so Lala's Lemon says no. AGT or Robbie says yes. Ragdoll, Jackie, Cheryl, Bella, Rapture, oh, Tracy, Grant, and Terry, and Christopher. Everyone say Dia and Kirk and Revan, and Carolina says no. Robbie says, geez, guys, what if you fall in love with an alien? M. McLaughlin, no. Fur Baby, no. Amy, no. Brenda, no. Robbie is the only yes. Kirk says no from Trinidad and Tobago. Awesome. Barbara says yes. My mom just called. What was the question? Hot Tiger, the question is, you meet a handsome or beautiful alien who takes you traveling through all of time and space. But after 2 years of travel, you get trapped in a parallel universe with no way back. Do you press the button? Will you press the button? So most of you hit no, said no. Actually, seafoam is good for engines if they're running. Okay, I'm going to look into the seafoam a little bit more before I jump into it, and I'm going to try to go to AutoZone. Slickster for Life says yes. Barbara says it's love. So I think we got 3 for, Oh, Hot Tiger says yes. We got 4 for going with this alien and getting stuck in a parallel universe, but the rest of you said no. So I'm going to say no. I'm not trying to get stuck. I would miss my friends and family too much. I don't want to. I don't want to go into another universe. I'm okay with the one we're in. Great Lakes Girl says no. So we're going to hit no. 2 years traveling with a beautiful alien is a long time to just say goodbye. I mean, that is true. That is true. Just on and heard a little of the question. I think yes, press the button. Hey, Sandra, how are you? Oh, well, maybe it's not love. I mean, who knows? It's an alien, so they could be trickstering you. You know, you might, and 2 years in the alien space might be like 10 seconds. You know, you don't know. Oh, I didn't get it. No. Hot Tiger says no. Uh, like, also, have you guys seen sometimes on like movies that has aliens that they can like appear beautiful or like good looking, and then like they peel their face off and they're just like a disgusting cockroach looking thing? I think it's fake news. I don't want to go with an alien. I don't want to go in the first place. But if I did go for 2 years, I'd be suspicious the whole time because I'm thinking, what's going to be under that skin suit? Because you're an alien, so you're not human. So I don't think I want it. Mountain Wanderer, heck no. Michelle, Shady Maple Smorgasbord in Pennsylvania. I was supposed to. Ooh, that sounds good. Or maybe they're a shapeshifter and they're actually horrid looking. Exactly. That parallel universe could be during the Dark Ages and the Black Plague. Oh, Ragdoll is a good point. The devil in disguise. I'd score with the alien. What the hell? You only live once. Fireman Larry. It doesn't say that they wouldn't eat you. I mean, that's true, Jackie. You don't know. You can't trust an alien, I don't think. So we're gonna hit no, okay? Because we mostly said no. So okay, so oh, this is cool. It says you didn't press the button. It says 31%, wait, 31% of people have pressed this button, while 69% did not. So I guess we're in the majority. So most people playing this game, that's cool. It says, like it tells you, let's see, where's the camera? It tells you like that most people didn't press it. So we were like on the same page with the rest of whoever's played this. Like the 80s movie V, if anyone. Yes, exactly like that. Like Vincent D'Onofrio D'Onofrio's character on MIB. Yes, that's that. I remember that's the one where he like zips his face off. Barbara says, "Oh my, I'm out now." When a question is asked, you have to accept it at face value. The alien is handsome. Handsome at the time, though. Wanda says no on game. Okay. All right. So we're going to hit next. Okay. So here's the next question. I haven't read it. We're going to read it together. Okay. Will you press the button? It says, you would be able to move faster than the speed of light, but you have to get struck by lightning first. Uh, so, dude, you know how bad that hurts to get struck by lightning? It doesn't say anything about if you're going to die, but I guess you wouldn't die because, yeah, you wouldn't die because now after you get struck by lightning, you're going to be able to move faster than the speed of light. So you'd have super speed. Hmm. That's interesting. That's interesting. What are we saying? Carolina says yes. Brenda says no. Lala says yes. And Jeff, Robbie, Grant, Rapture Ready, and Jaya says no. Tracy says yes. Cheryl says no. Carolina says because you survive. Yes. Mountain Wanderer. That sounds horrible. No, no, no. Ragdoll. I had a friend that got struck by lightning. He ended up okay, but many don't. That's true, Ragdoll. My ex mother-in-law got struck by lightning and it was terrible. She lived, praise God, but it was like a terrible recovery. Hot Tiger says yes. Fur Baby says yes. Wanda says no again. Why do I want to move that fast anyway? That's a good point. Mystery says no. I don't mind being slow. JJ says yes. The kid says another no. Ragdoll says yes. Bella says no. There's nowhere to go at the speed of light other than a parallel universe. Then you can hang out with your alien friend. A friend was struck. No way. Burnt flesh is a real turn off. Fireman Larry. That's actually true. Like if you hit, because if you get hit by lightning, you're probably going to have some kind of burn situation, and first you're going to have to heal, I think, before you can start jetting off with your fast super speed. So you could have some real damage, you know. Super speed would be cool though, but I don't know. Great Lakes Girl says yes. Jackie says no, I am built for comfort, not for speed. That's funny. Slickster, yep, my favorite superhero is Flash, so definitely yes. Barbara says, I say yes because I obviously made it. Yes. Reverend RV says no. Cheryl, I like to take my time and see where I'm going. I'll pass. Oh, it's so interesting because I think like where would I use super speed? Like to grocery shop? Just like you're like shum 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 shum, and then you hit the checkout for like 5 seconds later. Um, I guess you could super speed your way to like other countries. If you're that fast, you obviously speed of light, you could run over water. You could be in other countries. So it could be a cool way to see other things if you needed to go visit friends in other states. I mean, it's actually sounding kind of good now. Although I don't want to like have to go through like the whole hospital part where you've got burnt flesh. Um, Lewis and Amy says no. Sandra says no. Caroline says barbecue. Um, Ragdoll says I could travel faster, get there quicker. Kenneth says demons can appear beautiful. That's so true. Yeah, but we will be going so fast you won't notice our burns, says Barbara. Rapture ready. Had fun. Have fun. Gotta go. Take care. Okay, bye. Thank you for being here. See you next time. I would go to different countries, says Tracy. Hot Tiger says cheap travel. Yes. Super speed is good for doorbell ditching. Lala's lemon. That's a good point. You could have some real fun. Um, awesome. All right, so uh, I don't know. This is a hard one for me. I don't know what I want to decide because, like, just for the game's sake, I think I want to say yes. But for like reality's sake, I want to say no. So I don't know what was the consensus because it seems like even, but like I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think most people said yes? Travel quickly, I'm down, says Barbara. Get the chores done, have the rest of the day in slow motion. Ooh, that's a good one. Super speed doesn't sound very good during a quickie. Yeah, that's probably not the best time to be using super speed. I don't know. Are we going to push yes or no? Which one are we pushing? Which one are we pushing on here? Oh my gosh, I should have been counting. Let me scroll back. Um, let's see. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 21 of you said no, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15 said yes. So more of you said no. So we're going to have to push no. I think we're going to have to press no. Let's see what you guys said. Carolina says yes. Virgil says push no. Ragdoll says do it. You should say yes. Push yes. Let's be daring. Press yes just to see what it says. Robert says no, no. It seems close to even. So what do you guys think? I don't know what to do. Well, okay, let's be fair. Most of us said no. I don't even know what I chose. It seemed close to even. I did a real quick scroll down, so I could be totally off. Push yes. Are we gonna go with yes? Are you guys gonna be mad if I push yes? For the ones that said no, were you mad if I push yes? Because I'll push yes, because I'm on the fence. Cheryl says yes. There's a lot more yes, they are just going by too fast. Okay, let's go ahead and hit yes. Don't be mad at me. Yes, be wise. It's possible with glorified bodies. Okay, we're gonna hit yes, okay? Ah! No, there's an ad. Hold on, I gotta wait for this ad to go by. I guess this is the downfall of like a free situation. How do you get out of this? Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. It says you press the button. It says 72% of people pressed this button while 28 did not. Oh, so the majority of the people pressed yes. So you guys were wise to press yes. Thank you for not being mad. All right. So, okay. So I'd say most of the people, 72%, I guess people are okay with getting struck by lightning. And there's comments, which is funny. It says like YOLO. And then some person said, you don't know that the Flash and the Kid Flash both got their powers like this. Hit by lightning already. So, oh, dang, that person got hit. This person says, if you travel faster than light, you literally move backwards in time. Oh, that's funny. The comments are pretty funny. Grant says, the majority of the people were wrong. I did press yes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, we're going to hit next. Let's see. Okay, here we go. I didn't read the question yet. You guys ready? Will you press the button? You have X-ray vision in one of your eyes, but the other eye will be blind. So, what is X-ray vision? Like you could just see through somebody or see through things? See through suitcases and walls, and is that it? Is that all X-ray vision is? So you'd have normal vision in one of your eyes. I'll let you guys pick which eye. You'd have normal vision plus X-ray vision in one eye, but the other eye is completely blind. So you're going to be a person that's probably got to wear a patch, like a pirate, or somebody that just like wears a patch. So what do you think? I don't know. Um, Thank you, Lewis. Yes, it's a game. It's supposed to be fun. We just got to try and see what. Yes, Cheryl, I agree. Ken says no. Ragdoll says yes. Yeah, Ragdoll says see through things. Okay. No, no for Robbie, Hot Tiger, Tracy, Brenda. That would get old real quick, says Lance. JJ says no. Barbara, nope. Tracy, I'd rather vision than both. Dorothy, Todd says no. Robbie says all you could see is bones and stuff. Won't make people look naked. That's true. Amy says no. Great Lake says no. Cheryl says no. I don't want to be seeing everyone's business. No, no, no. Grant says no. You'd look like that guy from Emilio Estevez's movie Repo. No, says Daya. No, says Wanda. I already have vision issues, so I wouldn't take any chances on this one. Jackie and Reverend RB and M. McLaughlin and Mountain Wanderer all said no. Yeah, you could only see X-ray. X-ray is no good for guys. If you look at the breastises, you would just see ribs. I mean, that's true. You're only going to see like through things, not like, yeah. Jeff says no. Rebecca says no. Brother has almost no vision in one eye. He misses a lot. Oh, yeah, that's true. You would probably get a lot of headaches, I would imagine, Amy. Does it mean we can see like broken bones and cancer and stuff? Maybe. I don't know. Like, well, x-rays, you would just see what x-rays see, I suppose. So, like, when you go to the doctor and they take x-rays, that's what you could see. Slickster for Life says, yes, we got one. Yes. Barbara says, ew, and no thanks. Naked people to the left, no one to the right. Ragdoll, I wouldn't be able to watch you on my laptop. That's true. That's a good point. You might have more issues because you'd be seeing things all the time. Carolina says, nope. Lance, I don't want to see what someone ate for lunch. Ew. Too much TMI incidents, says JJ. People would be so transparent, says Lance. Saving myself for a better superpower. Yes, says Jackie. Yes, I agree, Jackie. Sandra says no. So I think this is an easy one. I'm with no. I value my vision too much. Like over the past couple years, it's gotten worse way quicker the older I get. I don't care about x-ray vision. They have machines for that. I don't need to be the one. So I'm going with no also. Not to mention there are a whole lot of people that you really don't want to see naked. I mean, that's also true. Yes, I wouldn't be looking at people. I'd be looking at your van layout. Oh, that's true. Superman has selective x-ray vision. Not worth it. No. All right. So we're going to hit no on this one. Oh, gotta watch the ad every time, I think. What the heck? How do you get out of this? I have to wait for the X to appear. I'm getting like mad at a free thing. I shouldn't. That's called Project Makeover. Okay, so this one says, oh, interesting. 51% of people pressed the button while 49 didn't. So more people would want x-ray vision. Who wants x-ray vision? Like I know a couple of you did, so I'm not like being mean, but also I think there's like somebody said there's like Jackie said I'd be waiting for a better one. I don't I don't care about that one. I like to wonder what is under the clothes, so no. You could see people's called teeth and fillings. Ew, still no. Water alarm. Oh yeah, everyone drink your water. Let's stay hydrated. You could see implants everywhere too. What would that look like? Ew. Kenneth says no. You'd be a great spy with it. I mean, you could be a great spy, but also I don't really care about that. Okay, so the next question, we're gonna do, let's see, we'll do two or three more questions. Two or three more questions. Let's take a vote. Would you guys rather do two more questions or three more questions? Put a two or three in the comments because then I'm going to go make my dinner because it's already 8 o'clock where I am. No, I'm too old for what I might see. That's true. That is true. Oh, coming hot with the threes from Lance, Jackie, and Carolina. Uh, so some of you says two. Let's see. Carolina says three. Robert says three. WG says three. Wanda and Judy says two. Cheryl says three. Diane says three. Grant's like, listen, I want my dinner. So, but most of you said three. So we're gonna do a quick three, and then Grant, you can go get dinner, and then I'm gonna go get dinner. All right. So, ooh, this one sucks. This one sucks. Will you press the button? You cure world hunger, but you will starve to death yourself. I don't like this one. No, I don't. I don't like this one. What do you think? What do you think? You will cure world hunger, but in the process, you will starve to death. You will die. What do you guys think? Are you going to press the button? Yes or no? Okay, coming hot with Robbie and Cheryl and Jackie and Ragdoll and Carolina skipping and Lala and Lance and Great Lakes Girl and Tracy. All you guys are sacrificing for the world. Lance is going to die a skinny hero. Carolina says no. JJ says yes. Barbara says yes. And Dia says yes. You guys are nice. What the heck? Nope. I get grumpy when I'm hungry. You guys are so nice. I was gonna say no, like that. I know that seems terrible. I don't want to starve to death. You know how terrible that feels? But also, there's a lot of people that are doing that already. So that's, I guess, the point of this question. World hunger. Like to me, I think we could already solve it without people having to die. But I don't know. Let me see what you guys are saying. Hot Tiger says no, I gotta eat. Jeff says I like to eat. Lewis says yes. Barbara says lots of thumbs up. Reverend RV and Wanda says yes, and Brenda says yes. Barbara says going up anyways. Carolina says no. Slickster says yeah. The Greatness of Mary says nope. Robbie says I'm old too, might as well. You're not that old. Um, let's see. Oh, I lost my place. Carolina says just say no. Jackie says I am getting old already. Kenneth, thinking about having to see our sinful hearts. Yes, I know. I think not. There wouldn't be a reason for travel snacks if you said yes. I mean, that's true. Hell no, I'd miss pizza way too much. The needs of the many. I guess I could sacrifice myself. Hypothetically, yes. Greater good. See, this is one of those questions that's like, is this like just for the game or like real life? Because like in real life, I would obviously have to pray about this, and then I would obviously have to make the choice, like someone says, for the greater good. And I would be like salty about it because I'd be like, really? I have to die for this? Because some people like couldn't just be nice. Like everyone should be helping already. But also, if I was called to do that, then I would do it. I wouldn't want to do it because I like to eat. But also, if it was going to solve the whole world's hunger, I would probably have to say yes, even though I don't want to say yes. But you guys came quick with the yeses, though. Like, I would have to pray about it. But I think the right answer is yes, because, and also if you're a believer, you know that you're going to go to heaven. So it's also like kind of a win-win because you're going to die and have an afterlife. But it is hard to just imagine like dying for like the whole world when sometimes the world doesn't care about anything. But we all know somebody that did that. So I guess I'll just go with yes. But I'd be a little salty. Greater good. Does it say we can cheat and have a little food? The kid, I think you're gonna die because it says you die. Carolina says exactly. Amy says no. WG says no. If I'm alive, we will eat. Super duper gold star in heaven, says Lance. That's true. Solving hunger doesn't solve the world. It doesn't. That's what I'm saying, Mountain Wanderer. It doesn't solve the whole problems of the world. But I mean, if you think about little kids being hungry and starving, it makes me feel very sad. So if it comes down to like that, I think the greater good is to like allow people to eat, especially kids. Better food in heaven, Barbara. That's true. Jesus did it for us. Facts. But I care, and it doesn't matter if anyone else does. That's a good point, Ragdoll. Good point. Good point. As long as I could have water, says JJ. Exactly. I'm going to heaven, so it would be a win-win. Yes, we are going up anyways. Yes. Awesome reference to Jesus. Yes. Amen to that. Little kids, yeah. When it comes to little kids, that's where my little like soft spot, like not that I don't care about people like adults, but when you think about a little kid starving, it's just like awful. Let's move on. I don't like this question, but let's just say yes for the collective because we're nice people. And now I gotta watch an ad. Oh, sure, bring up our Lord and Savior now. I'd have to. I know. It's like sometimes it's like, dang. But yeah, I think I'd have to go with that. Freedom and living truth. Take my food because I'm going home anyways. Give me heaven, take my food. Amen to that. Lance says, can I have coffee? I don't think so. I think you're like supposed to starve to death. Like it says to death. So I think you have to just like give up everything. Our little babies, kids, and the elderly, yes. Very sad that our planet is so old and we have hunger. That's true. What would Jesus do? Yes. Okay, so it says, ooh, interesting. It says 54% of the people pressed yes. Wait, yes, and only 46 said did not. So it was almost kind of even. So I think other people had a harder time trying to make this choice, but most people would cure world hunger. All right, we're going to do two more quick ones because it's fun. I think this is fun. The next question is, let's see what it says. Will you press the button? Your partner allows you to experience your favorite fetish once a week, but you must act out their favorite fetish once a week as well, and it's something you hate with a passion. No, I'm out already. I don't care. Whatever you guys say, I'm already out. Like, if I hate something, You guys hear the train? No, it didn't go. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, now the train doesn't want to blow its horn. You guys hear it? Really, it's tooting its horn when I'm trying to sleep, but now I don't want to toot its horn. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that was almost 50-50 on the last one. Okay, Cheryl says, we say yes to starving while waiting for Allison and Grant's dinner. Ironically funny. I mean, that is pretty funny. Lemon says, skip. Okay, so Ragdoll, Hot Tiger, Tracy, Mountain Wanderer all say no to having to do all the fetishes. Robbie's going with yes. You are a trooper. Freedom and Living, no. Great Lakes, Wanda, Dia, Brenda says no. Barbara says clearly. Marlene says yes. Lance says, how could I hate it if it makes my partner happy? Ooh, that's a good answer. Deb G says no. Judy says nope, not happening. Uh, Sean says, I'll have iced coffee with French vanilla swirl cream and sugar in a cup. I mean, that sounds good, but is that your fetish? That's, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know if I have a fetish. Same with my husband. I mean, also, that's true as well. No, I'm old and I ain't going there. Nope. Barbara says nope. Amy, nope. Slickster says nope. Jackie says crap. Grant was talking to me. Did I miss the question? I don't know if you're going to want this question because it's a weird one. Fireman Larry, absolutely no one wants to do that once a week. Cheryl says, yes, you hear the train. People in hell want ice water. That don't mean they get it. No, that's true. Reverend Harvey says, no. But Jeff says, I'm out if I don't like it. It's not going to happen. Agreed. JJ says, no. Robbie says, I can only imagine what kind of fetishes we have all encountered. I mean, yes, we're not going to list them, but I'd say no because then you would associate theirs with yours and it would be a total turnoff. Exactly. Wait a second, Fireman Larry, what is that? Everyone's saying no. I got a favorite fetish. Bozeman is my beautiful hometown. Be sure to have pickle barrel sandwich. Ooh, pickle barrel sandwich, Carol. I've never heard of that. That sounds good though. Um, does maybe count? I mean, I guess you could say maybe, but we are going to have to push a button. Grant, here's the question. I think you're going to say no. Your partner allows you to experience your favorite fetish once a week, but you must act out their favorite fetish once a week as well. And it's something you hate with a passion. This is the line that gets me. It's something you hate with a passion. Why would you want to, like, intimacy is supposed to be pleasurable. If you hate it with a passion, even if your your partner loves it, you hate it. And how could your partner feel happy being involved in something that makes you so unhappy? So I couldn't do it. Like I think we could find something mutual that we could both enjoy. I would just say no. Like I'm not because every time we'd get into that intimate moment, I'd be thinking, "Oh my gosh, I don't want to do this," and then my whole vibe is just off. I just no, I'm not doing it. I'll figure out some other things, but not the thing that I hate. It's a no. Lance says, "I need a fetish. I'm so boring." You know, you got nice hands. Is that a fetish? I don't know. I don't know of all the fetishes. Barbara says, no, all alone. I don't even want a partner. I fly solo. Lance is giving the questionable face. So I'd say most of us said no. So we're going to hit no. And then we're going to go, gotta wait for this ad. So I hit no. Um, Cheryl says, yes, you are ruining the experience. I agree, Allison. Yes. Like it says you hate it with a passion. Like in my whole life, I don't really hate a lot of things with a passion, but if I mean, especially when it comes to like that experience, you want it to be like you're looking forward to it. You're like, yes, let's get to this. And then if you're thinking it's like a chore, that's not fun. No. Barbara says, yeah, you hate it. Jackie says, yes. Oh, um, yeah, no, I don't, I'm not into it. Oh, so it says 47%, 47% of people have pressed this button So they said yes, but 53 said no. So it was also almost even, but more people did say no, that they would not allow that fetish situation. Um, it's a no for me. It's just a no. Um, Ragdoll, I don't want dread. Yeah, you would end up resenting the person. That is so true. Grant says, yeah, no, Jackie has some crazy weird fetishes. Oh, interesting. Who wants to dread spending time with your mate? I mean, that's so true. Screw the fetish. Man, 6-inch sandwich, 18 inches. That's funny. And McLaughlin's barfing. 47 and so 90. These are things I hate with a passion sexually. Oh, there are things I hate. Yes, exactly. All right, so we're going to do one last one, and then we're going to wrap it up. Oh, thank you, Patricia, for the $5 super sticker. Ooh, ooh. Let me give you a shout out real quick. Let's give you. Oh, that was a collection of sounds. Thank you so much, Patricia. I appreciate you so, so much. Thank you very much. All right, let's go. Dodo hype. All right, so we're gonna do this one last question, and then we're gonna wrap it. So, will you press the button? We're reading this together for the first time. Wait, before we do this, do you guys like this game? Should we play this game another time? Sean's just coming like no. Sean's already like no. Do you guys like this game? Should we play this again another time? Because I think it's pretty fun. It helps me to not have to come up with so many would you rather questions. So what do you guys think? I think it's fun. Yeah, it's a good game. All right, so and plus it's like we're all seeing it for the first time, so I don't know what it's gonna say beforehand because it's just like random, it randomly comes up. So I think we'll start transitioning to doing this on the live streams whenever we do them. And also I appreciate you guys coming on like these impromptu lives. It's a lot easier for me to just like jump on when I can. And I appreciate Grant and Robbie just jumping on as moderators because they could be doing a million other things as you guys all could. So thank you guys very much. Grant says, although I feel like I must have self-worth hunger. Yes. Yes, everyone's saying they love the game. All right, so here's the last question. It will mess up the chat for the answers. It will mess up the chat for the answers. I don't know what that means. A big hi from Ireland. I love Ireland. Love your videos. Thank you. Thank you for being here. If everyone says yes to liking the game, it will mess up the chat for the answers. Oh, all right. So love to spend time with you in the group. Yes, I'm so glad you guys are here. All right, so this is going to be the final question. So, hey, Wolfgang Productions, I'm new here, but I'm subscribed. Awesome, welcome, welcome. Also, if you're not already subscribed and you're on here, make sure you subscribe to this snack pack is an awesome group, and hit the notification bell. It's awesome, and throw a like. Everyone was saying yes. Okay, so here's the cutoff for saying that this is the fun game. So now anything after this is to this next question. Okay. Will you press the button? You become a famous psychic and work with police to read people's minds and solve crimes, earning fame and money. Okay, so you're a famous psychic, making money, helping the police. But you hear every bad thought someone thinks about you forever because of your powers. Will you press the button? Sheesh. I have shared the snack pack to all my friends. Thank you, Patricia. I'm so glad you're here, and thank you for that. All right, so the question is, you're basically a famous psychic helping and you have fame and money, but you hear every bad thought somebody thinks about you forever because of your powers. So which one would you choose? Are you going to do it or not do it? Yes or no? All right. So Robert and Wanda and Carolina say no. Robbie and Brenda, Ragdoll and JJ says yes. Freedom and Truth says no way. Hot Tiger says yes. Jeff says no. Patricia says yes. Laura says yes. Amy and Wolfgang says yes. And Sandra says no. Ragdoll says, I don't care what anyone says about says, as long as I'm helping others. Carol says, yes. Tracy says, no. People hate me already without hearing it. Mountain Hunter, no, I don't think so. I would dislike myself. Wait, it skipped. I would like myself, dislike myself even more. No, don't dislike yourself at all. You're great. Slickster says, yes. Grant says, Grant and Jackie and All Alone says, yes. Ragdoll says, plus I'm nosy. Great Lakes says, no. Uh, Freedom and Living says, no, don't want that. Helping others is a great gift. Priceless, says Patricia. Is it Ao? Says yes. Ofi? I'm not sure how to pronounce the name, so I'm apologizing in advance. I don't need that. I hear these voices in my head already, so hard pass. Cyril says, no, I don't think so. It would mess with your mental health. I could care less what anyone else says about me, says Grant. I am already hyper vigilant, says All Alone. Dia says, yes. Reverend Arby says, no. Barbara says, it is okay as far as biblical sense. Amy says, do it for the good of helping the police. Who cares what people say about you? Barbara rolls her eyes, and Lewis says, no, life's a mystery. Rugdoll says, I think this one is going to be a close 50-50. I don't really know about, because it seemed like a 50-50. For me, it's going to be a 100% no, because what Barbara says, is it okay for biblical sense? It's 100% no biblically. That's like witchcraft. I don't think people should be reading people's minds in the first place, even if it's supposed to be helping the police, because you don't know if it's really helping the police. So even though this is a game, I'm fully against it. So it's not even about people talking badly, because people do that already on the comments and stuff, and you just have to roll that out of your head. It's more so like, I don't want that like power, because that could be like demons talking to you. You can get spirits into your mind, but it might not be the spirits you want in your mind. And I'm out on that one. I don't want that. I know what you guys are saying about helping people, but I think there's other ways to help people than psychics. So for that reason, I'm out. But I still also wouldn't want to hear bad thoughts. Like, if you're walking and you're hearing all these bad thoughts all the time, it really will bring your mentals down. It'll make you feel real bad, because you can't shut it off. Like, at least with me, with comments, you could stop reading, and then you have support and love all around you. But if you constantly heard that, and you have a big fame and following, you'd be hearing like every bad thing all the time. I don't think so. I don't think I could do it. Let's see. I always like to know where I stand, says JJ. Barbara says, if God did not mind, yes. Carolina says, well, it's that TV show Medium, yes. Allison Dubois says, Carolina, I totally agree with Allison, says Wanda. I don't think about witchcraft. Jesus didn't commit himself to people because he knew what was in them. It had to be rough on him, yes. But a psychic, I don't want to be a psychic, says Fireman Larry. God said no and no. That's what I thought, but God would want me to be helpful. Yeah, God wants you to be helpful, but he doesn't want you to have witchcraft, for sure. If you go to another country, do you hear their thoughts in their native tongue? And I wouldn't understand. Ooh, Lance, that's an interesting question. I don't know that answer. Slickster says, I want to change my answer to no. Barbara says, witchcraft. What? Witchcraft type stuff. Julie says, I'm such a great psychic. I know they are lying. That's funny. Wolfgang says, true, Lance. Patricia says, true, but I was thinking superhero. That's true. 1, 2, 3 likes on the live stream. Yes, 123 likes. Whoop, whoop. The evil you would experience would be overwhelming. Oh, that's true. You would be hearing the evil in your mind. If you could read minds, you would hear both positive and negative. That's true too. Loads of people can't pronounce my name. It's Aoife, like Aoife. Thank you for telling me that. So I don't know. For my own sanity, I'm gonna. Oh, what the heck? Hold on, my tripod is acting crazy. But biblically and from that standpoint, yes, it is a gift from the Holy Ghost, word of wisdom, and to know someone's thoughts. Ooh, I don't know. Aliens can. Wolfgang says, "Are you in an RV?" I'm in a van, but witchcraft, no, definitely no. I'm gonna hit no. on this because we were like 50-50, but I'm gonna say no. No. Now we got to wait for the ad, and then in the meantime, I'll let you know what people said once this. Um, Barbara says, I say nope. Thomas says, I have trouble reading my own mind. Yes. Jeff says, got to go take my grandkids to the park. Have a good night and good luck on the fix. And no to the seafoam. God bless. I think it could be either a gift from God or from a place of evil. Yeah, I don't want to take any chances on that. Wolfgang says, I want to get an RV or van, but gas prices, oh boy, over $5 in New York. Yeah, it's even $5, excuse me, here in Montana. And I think it's like $8 in LA right now. Cheryl says, even your tripod knows it's wrong. That's funny. But also, Wolfgang, back to your question about the gas, or the comment about the gas. You can stay in one place a little longer. That's what I've been doing. And so it kind of like offsets a little bit. I look at it as rent personally. It's like it's rent to live in my van. So you got to kind of go with what you feel. But I still think you should get out and travel and do what you can, even besides with the gas prices. Okay, so on this question, it was 64% of the people would do it. They would do the psychic thing, and 36% would not. This is not surprising to me because I think most people like money and fame and helping people, but 36% of people did not. So, yeah, that's the answers to that. All right. Awesome, awesome. Only if it was a gift from God, I would say yes. I have someone looking at my house tomorrow. I may be nomadic very soon. Soon. Very nervous. Barbara, that's awesome. Don't be nervous. Be excited. Yes, we hit 2.10 per liter here on Friday. Yes, it is rent. I think that too about fuel costs. I don't know what that is, like liters to gallons. Hey, Janet. Thank you, Ragdoll. I appreciate that. Okay, so thank you guys for being here. It was really fun. So to wrap it all up with the story is that so far my van is fine. Say a prayer for my van for Simon to like not break down anymore. Maybe it's a once a year thing. If it's a once a year thing, I could deal with it. And I am going to check with AutoZone and see what my options are. I really don't want to pay like look for a mechanic and pay for a mechanic out where I don't know people. So I'm hoping that my van lasts until I get back to California in a few months. I'm sure it will. I'm just praying that it will. So to wrap it up, so far my van is doing fine, and so I want to keep it that way. But I appreciate you guys coming on and listening to the story and all your thoughts and prayers. Oh, $8 a gallon, Grant. No, my gosh. That's gross. Tiny homes are nice too, but they are far upstate. I'm close to the Bronx. Oh, okay. Oh, Robbie coming through with the $20. Hope everyone has an awesome week. Let me give you your shout. He shoots. He scores! Thank you, Robbie. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, Cheryl. Oh, Lance, you have a breakdown once a year. Oh my gosh. Hopefully you don't. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Have y'all experienced low blood sugar? I don't think so. We'll be praying for your van. I have a great mechanic if you do come up towards Kalispell. Thank you, Allison. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you. I'm glad you guys were here. For some of you that are new, we embrace you and welcome you and thank you. Thank you guys for the prayers and the love. Make sure to reach out to each other and make sure to keep praying for each other. I love you guys all, and I will talk to you on the next impromptu live stream, which will probably be very soon. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.